Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, I want to talk about something I know a lot of us deal with: stress and anxiety. Whether it's work pressure, personal struggles, or just the weight of daily life, stress can hit hard, especially for men who are often expected to just push through it. But here's the thing: we don't have to deal with it alone or in silence. It's like we're living in a time where we're finally realizing that mental health is just as important as physical health, you know? And just like you wouldn't ignore a broken leg, you shouldn't ignore the signs of stress and anxiety. In this video, I'm going to share 5 coping strategies to help you manage stress and anxiety in healthier, more effective ways. We're talking about tools and techniques that can actually make a difference, man. So, let's get into it. Alright, tip number 1 is an absolute game changer: exercise. We all know physical activity is good for your body, but it's just as important for your mind. When you exercise, your body releases endorphins, basically your brain's natural mood lifters. These chemicals help reduce stress and anxiety, improve your mood, and give you that energy boost you need to tackle whatever's stressing you out. And it doesn't have to be some crazy, intense workout either. I'm not saying you gotta go full-on CrossFit or anything. Even just going for a walk in nature, hitting the gym for a quick lift, or finding a martial art that you connect with can make a huge difference. You know, I started doing yoga a while back, and I gotta tell you, it's been a game changer for my stress levels. It's all about connecting your mind and body, focusing on your breath, and just letting go of all that tension. The key is to find something you enjoy, something that gets you moving and helps you clear your head. Because when you feel good physically, you feel good mentally too. It's all connected, man. Think about it like this: stress is like this buildup of energy in your body, and exercise is the release valve. It helps you channel that energy in a positive way, so it doesn't turn into something negative. And listen, I get it. Sometimes the last thing you want to do when you're stressed is work out. But trust me, once you get moving, you'll start to feel the difference. It's like magic, man. So lace up those shoes, get out there and sweat it out. Your mind and body will thank you for it. Tip number 2 is deep breathing and mindfulness. Now, before you roll your eyes, hear me out. When you're anxious or stressed, your body goes into fight or flight mode and your breathing becomes shallow. You know that feeling, right? Your heart's racing, your palms are sweaty, you can't think straight. Taking deep, intentional breaths helps signal to your brain that you're safe, calming your nervous system. It's like hitting the brakes on that runaway train of anxiety. And mindfulness, that's all about being present in the moment, not dwelling on the past, not worrying about the future, just focusing on right here, right now. It sounds simple, but it's powerful stuff. Think about it. When you're stressed, your mind is usually racing with a million different thoughts, right? Mindfulness helps you quiet those thoughts, to observe them without judgment and let them pass. There are a ton of different techniques out there, but one of my favorites is box breathing. You breathe in for a count of 4, hold for 4, breathe out for 4, hold for 4, and repeat. It's like a mini meditation you can do anywhere, anytime. And the best part is, it actually works. Studies have shown that deep breathing and mindfulness can actually change your brain chemistry, reducing stress and anxiety over time. It's like rewiring your brain to be calmer and more resilient. So, next time you're feeling overwhelmed, take a few minutes to just breathe. Find a quiet spot, close your eyes, and focus on your breath. You'll be amazed at how much of a difference it can make. Chapter 3. Tip 3 is crucial. Talk to someone you trust. I know for a lot of men this is the hardest part. We're taught to man up and keep our emotions to ourselves. But keeping things bottled up only makes the stress and anxiety worse. It's like we're conditioned to think that talking about our feelings is a sign of weakness. But it's actually the opposite. It takes real strength to be vulnerable, to open up and share what you're going through. And the thing is, you don't have to go through it alone. We all need someone to talk to, someone who'll listen without judgment and offer support. It could be your partner, a friend, a family member, a therapist, anyone you feel comfortable opening up to. Talking about what you're going through can help you process your emotions, gain a new perspective, and realize that you're not alone in this. It's like having someone there to help you carry the weight, you know? And if you're struggling to talk to someone you know, consider reaching out to a therapist. There's no shame in seeking professional help, man. Therapists are trained to listen, to help you understand your emotions and develop healthy coping mechanisms. Remember, asking for help is not a sign of weakness, it's a sign of strength. It means you're taking control of your mental health and doing what you need to do to feel better. Chapter 4. Now let's talk about setting healthy boundaries. This is a big one, especially if you're someone who tends to take on too much. Whether it's at work or in your personal life, saying yes to everything can lead to burnout fast. It's like you become a yes man, always putting everyone else's needs before your own. But here's the thing, you can't pour from an empty cup. You need to prioritize your own well-being, and that means learning to say no sometimes. It's about setting limits and protecting your time and energy. Think about it like this, your time and energy are valuable resources. You wouldn't just give them away to anyone, right? So why do we do it with our time and energy? Setting boundaries is about being selective with who and what you give your time and energy to. It's about saying no to the things that drain you and yes to the things that fill you up. It might feel uncomfortable at first, especially if you're used to pleasing people. But trust me, setting boundaries is one of the most important things you can do for your mental health. It's about learning to prioritize your own needs and not feeling guilty about it. It's about recognizing that you deserve to be happy and healthy, and that sometimes that means saying no. Chapter 5. And finally, let's get back to the basics. Sleep and nutrition. It might sound obvious, but if you're not getting enough rest or eating well, it becomes much harder to cope with stress. It's like trying to run a marathon on an empty stomach and no sleep. You're not setting yourself up for success. When you're sleep deprived, your body produces more of the stress hormone cortisol. And when you're constantly stressed, your body craves sugary, fatty foods, which can actually make your anxiety worse. It's a vicious cycle, man. So, how do you break the cycle? By prioritizing sleep and making healthier food choices. Aim for 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep every night. Create a relaxing bedtime routine. Make sure your bedroom is dark and cool, and avoid caffeine and alcohol before bed. As for nutrition, focus on eating whole, unprocessed foods like fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and healthy fats. These foods provide your body and brain with the nutrients they need to function at their best. And listen, I'm not saying you have to give up pizza and beer altogether. It's all about balance, man. Indulge in moderation, but make sure you're fueling your body with the good stuff most of the time. Remember, taking care of your physical health is crucial for managing stress and anxiety. When you're well rested and properly fueled, you're better equipped to handle whatever life throws your way. So, those are 5 strategies that can help you manage stress and anxiety. To recap: exercise, deep breathing, talking to someone you trust, setting healthy boundaries, and taking care of your sleep and nutrition. It might not always be easy, but small changes can make a huge difference in how you handle the stresses of everyday life. It's like anything else in life, man. It takes effort, it takes commitment, but the rewards are worth it. When you prioritize your mental health, you're not just doing it for yourself, you're doing it for everyone around you. Remember, it's okay to feel stress, and it's okay to ask for help. If you found this video helpful, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and share it with someone who could use these tips. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. And I'll